dive into the relentless obsession the British media harbours towards Prince Harry. An obsession so profound, it's become a mirror reflecting their own insecurities, prejudice, and dysfunction. The media's fixation on Prince Harry is a spectacle in itself. It's like a 10,000-word diatribe, a never-ending narrative attempting to convince themselves and the world that Harry is unhappy, yearning for the UK, and filled with regrets about choosing his wife and children over being the Windsors' scapegoat. This obsession, however, goes beyond just Harry. It's an unhealthy projection of their rage, regret, and racism. How dare he choose his black wife over us? How dare he find happiness away from us? How dare he live in a mansion oblivious to his role as the spare? These questions, filled with resentment and frustration, reveal the media's inability to accept Harry's choices. An excellent example of this obsession is the Telegraph's piece, How Prince Harry Fills His Days Away from the Spotlight. This article, written by Hannah Furness, attempts to dissect Harry's day-to-day life and the rumours that he wants to come home. But the piece is more revealing of the Telegraph's mindset than Harry's. It's a sad testament to their relentless obsession with a man who left them 5 years ago. The article even goes as far as to call the Sussexes' new style of overseas tours embarrassing. But what's truly embarrassing is the media's refusal to accept that they were too short-sighted and petty to manage their brightest stars. For 5 years, they've tried to convince everyone that Harry is miserable, that he'll come back eventually, but all their efforts have blown up in their faces. The media's obsession with Harry reveals more about their own insecurities and prejudices than it does about Harry himself. It's high time they took a step back and asked themselves, why this all-consuming interest in a man who chose his own path, away from the spotlight 5 years ago? The Telegraph's piece on Prince Harry reveals a lot about British society's biases. Let's dig a little deeper into this. The Telegraph's article, penned by Hannah Furness, outlines the supposed day-to-day life of Prince Harry since his departure from the royal family. The narrative paints a picture of an embarrassing new lifestyle, a supposed yearning for his homeland, and a man lost in the glitz and glamour of his newfound freedom. But what does this really tell us? It tells us more about the societal expectations and biases in Britain than it does about Prince Harry. The article projects an image of Harry that aligns with the traditional norms and expectations of the royal family. It's a tale spun to make it seem like Harry is out of his depth, like he's somehow missing the comfort of the royal norms he was born into. But is that really the case? The article also suggests that Harry is longing to return to Britain, a clever ploy that aligns with the popular narrative of a prodigal son yearning to return home. But is this really Harry's desire, or is it a projection of what the British society expects and hopes for? The focus on Harry's embarrassing new lifestyle is another reflection of societal biases. The term embarrassing is subjective and a direct reflection of the biases held by the author and, by extension, the society. What one person finds embarrassing, another might find liberating. It's a clear indication of the societal expectations for Harry to conform to the traditional norms and roles of a royal. The Telegraph's article, while seemingly about Prince Harry, is more of a mirror held up to British society. It reflects the biases, expectations, and the rigid adherence to tradition that is often associated with British culture. It's a narrative designed to make Harry fit into a box that he has clearly outgrown. The Telegraph's article says more about the societal expectations and biases in Britain than it does about Prince Harry. The Windsors play a significant role in fueling the media's obsession with Prince Harry, a statement that rings true, especially when you delve into the ongoing media circus surrounding Harry, a spectacle that has been largely perpetuated by the Windsors themselves. The Windsors, the royal family that should have been the bulwark of support for Harry, have instead played into the media's narrative, adding fuel to the fire of obsession. They've become a part of the problem rather than the solution, stoking the flames of public curiosity and media scrutiny. Their jealousy of Harry, their brightest star, has been palpable. Instead of harnessing his popularity and charisma, they've allowed it to become a point of contention. Their inability to manage their brightest stars, to use their popularity for the betterment of the monarchy, has resulted in an ongoing media circus, one that they themselves are not immune from. The Windsors' role in this media frenzy doesn't just speak to their inability to manage their own, it also highlights a deeper issue, a resistance to change. Harry and Meghan's desire for a more progressive role within the monarchy was met with resistance, an unwillingness to adapt and evolve. This inability to adapt, to embrace change, has only further isolated them, not just from Harry and Meghan, but from a changing world that values progress and inclusivity. The Windsors, in their pursuit of maintaining the status quo, have inadvertently caused more harm than good. They've fed into the media's obsession, perpetuated harmful narratives, and in the process have shown their own insecurities and shortcomings. It's a sad state of affairs, one that speaks more about the Windsors than it does about Harry. Their role in the media frenzy surrounding Harry is a reflection of their own insecurities and inability to adapt to change. The Windsors' role in perpetuating the media frenzy surrounding Harry speaks volumes about their own insecurities and inability to adapt to change. It's a tale of missed opportunities, of resistance to change, and of a family that has lost sight of what truly matters. The Telegraph's article is a sad reflection of British society's inability to let go of Prince Harry. It's a tale of obsession, a fixation on a man who chose to break free from the chains of tradition and societal expectations. The article, in its 10,000 words of speculation, paints a picture of a man longing for the past, yearning for the comforts of his former life. But this narrative, crafted in the halls of the Telegraph, is a reflection not of Harry, but of the society that refuses to let him go. This portrayal of Harry as a man lost in the glitz and glamour of his new life, pining for the familiar confines of his past, is a projection of the Telegraph's own insecurities. It's a manifestation of the British media's reluctance to embrace change, to accept that one of their own could choose a different path. The insistence that Harry is unhappy, that he regrets his decision to choose love over duty, is a reflection of the Telegraph's own inability to comprehend his departure. It's a testament to their refusal to understand that happiness can be found outside the gilded cage of royal life. They paint a picture of a man who is desperate to return home, yet fail to realise that home is not a place, but a feeling of belonging, of acceptance, a feeling that Harry has found in his new life. The Telegraph's desperation to keep Harry in the limelight, to keep him relevant in the British consciousness, is a testament to their refusal to move forward. It's a reflection of a society stuck in the past, unwilling to accept that change is not only inevitable, but necessary. The Telegraph's insistence on keeping Harry in the spotlight reflects British society's refusal to accept change and move forward. It's a sad tale of a society clinging to the past, unable to let go of a man who has chosen to move forward, to embrace change, and to live life on his own terms. The British media's obsession with Prince Harry is a window into their own dysfunction. This summarises the crux of our discussion today. Their relentless pursuit of Harry, their constant attempts to paint him as an unhappy exile, are more reflective of their own deep-seated issues than they are of Harry's reality. The Telegraph's projection of societal biases onto Harry is a glaring testament to this. They are quick to blame him for choosing his wife and children over the royal institution. They throw their anger, regret, and racism his way, questioning his choices, his happiness, and even his right to a comfortable lifestyle. But what they fail to see is that their fury is a mirror, reflecting their own prejudices and insecurities. Then we have the Windsors. Their role in this media circus cannot be ignored. They have not only allowed this obsession to continue, but have in many ways fueled it. They've allowed Harry to become the scapegoat, the distraction from their own shortcomings. The scapegoat, however, has proven to be a phoenix, rising from the ashes of their attempts to suppress him. And finally, there is the Telegraph's sad tale. A 10,000-word diatribe that tries to convince readers of Harry's unhappiness. It's a tale that is more reflective of the Telegraph's desperation and poor mental health than of Harry's life. It's a sad tale indeed, but not for Harry. It's sad for the Telegraph, for the British media, and for the Windsors. In conclusion, the media's fixation on Harry, the projection of societal biases, the Windsors' role, and the Telegraph's sad tale are all pieces of a larger puzzle. They tell a story of a society that is grappling with change, a society that is struggling to accept that someone can choose love, happiness, and freedom over tradition and duty. Stay tuned for more insightful analyses and don't forget to subscribe. Remember, your comments matter. This is Kelly, your loyal host, signing off.